Vladimirsky. Ryan Weir is half the man he used to be, thankfully. We got our guy Joe Lackey here, managing partner of Fega Lackey LLP.
Don't forget the P.
P?
P's important.
What does the P stand for?
Can't tell you on TV.
Okay, sorry. Also known as Joey the Lawyer, right?
That's
That's
one of
what
my
they call you?
That's one of them. It's one of them.
So I have your phone number saved in my phone as Joey the Lawyer, and when I share it with people, I have to explain to them that the lawyer is not like your name.
I think I might change my last name to the Lawyer.
How'd that happen? How do we get the name Joey the Lawyer?
I mean, my name's Joey and I'm a lawyer. I mean,
Yeah.
I love you. It's not rocket science.
Really?
It kind of just happened. No, from
All right,
the neighborhood.
podcast over.
From the neighborhood. I mean, it was just, hey, that's Joey the Lawyer.
That's it.
And
it's stuck.
it stuck. It was walking down Williamsbridge Road or Arthur Avenue or Morris Park. It's like, oh, Joey the Lawyer. And that's just literally, that's everyone in the neighborhood said, oh, call Joey the Lawyer.
I was convinced that was your last name.
I thought it was his last name.
Listen, I may legally change it. I have a tattoo on my chest. Joey the Lawyer.
Can you show it to the camera?
Again, not on this programming.
It's rated X. You can do whatever you
Oh,
want.
is it? No. So, and it's become such a great marketing tool.
Yes.
It really has. I mean, it's taken a life of its own. It's a persona of its own. I mean, it's me. Joey the Lawyer is me. It's Joe Lackey. It's literally just maybe an amped up version. Some people say it's not an amped up version. They say it's probably an amped down version of Joe Lackey. So, and again, it kind of took a life of its own, working with Tony and Mike and Fran, and they were like, "You got to roll with that." And I ran with it, and it's been working ever since.
Is Joey the Lawyer the guy that goes to the office and then comes home, or is that a different person now?
No, now it's I mean, if you ask my wife, unfortunately, Joey the Lawyer is Joey the Lawyer 24/7 now.
Is that a bad thing?
It could be, and bad in the fact of I don't turn it off, so I don't turn the phone off. I'm answering the phone at 10 o'clock at night on Sundays,
Right.
which is good for business. It's good to, but I've realized that I'm working on it for family purposes too. You know, like I gotta be Joe Lackey every once in a while. It's okay to be him on a Sunday or a random Wednesday where, you know what, my wife doesn't have, she's a teacher, she works special needs students. You know, random Wednesday where they have off for a holiday, maybe I turn it off and I'm Joe Lackey that day. And I'm there with her, my daughter, and it's okay.
See, this is where Ryan doesn't have kids yet. And it's
Wait.
for me.
Wait, it's coming. Okay?
This is where we butt heads sometimes, right? Because he would call me, and it's not his fault, right? Because he doesn't have kids, so he doesn't quite get it. So he would call me, and he'd want to on a Sunday at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and want to talk about real estate, and I don't answer, and I get the text, "Yo, why didn't you pick up the phone?"
Listen, but I love that hunger. That's great. Because until I had kids, like I'm sure you're the same way, I was the same exact way. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
It was 24/7. And even recently with some of my other real estate agents, some of my mortgage brokers, guys who don't have kids, right? They're still expecting Joey the Lawyer from a year ago who didn't have a daughter yet.
Yeah.
So that Sunday call at 1:00, I was answering. Now, unfortunately, I'm trying to make Sunday my day now. I think that's the day I'm focusing on. So it's hard. It's hard because we let ourselves be that accessible. We let ourselves pick up that phone at 1:00 on a Sunday or 10:00 on a Friday night.
Yeah, I just don't call him anymore. And then,
Well,
he gets upset that
Well,
I call him.
that's mean too. I mean, you went.
I went to him to ask me if there's something about business.
Well,
to talk about.
why do we shift all the way the other way? maybe I'm saying I don't want to interfere in your business. Maybe you say, "Hey, bud, what text? You free to talk?" Not just, "Hey, go fuck yourself. I'm not calling anymore." Maybe we little steps, baby steps.
Yeah. Well, what we did was
Where'd you find this guy?
Oh, dude, this guy's the man.
Okay, I'm saying
He's the fucking man.
He just cut you off completely out of his life. That's what I heard. So
I usually send him steak videos to make up for it.
So we had to improvise. I took my daughter to the playground on a Sunday. He met me at the playground.
my man, I like that.
Right?
That's a compromise. I like that.
Yeah. So now you tell your clients, come meet me at the playground.
Well, listen, I'm not going to the playground in the Bronx and get shot there. I'm not doing that. But He texted me. I'll answer you on Monday.
So I pull up. He got to the playground first. I pull up behind him.
That's weird.
Well, listen,
That's weird,
he's
man.
So
I'm
wait,
just letting
he's
you know.
sitting in his car. He's sitting in his car, and I said, "What happened? You didn't want to go out into the playground and wait for me?" He would have been a lonely guy by himself at the playground, no kid in sight.
Yeah, so that would have been a little weird.
That would have been. You would have been calling Joey the lawyer for a whole new reason. For a whole other reason, we would have a phone call.
You just show up. I'm just sitting on the swing set, just going back and forth.
Oh my God, this is over yet? Who says that? I love you guys. This is great. I thought we were gonna be serious.
We're gonna win an Emmy for this episode. I know.
Oh my God! Listen,
I know it.
Listen, I always told my mother I'd make it to Hollywood, so I moved to Hollywood Avenue. You know what I'm saying, kid?
That's in the Bronx, right?
Thanks.
So, how does a kid from Morris Park become an attorney? Right, an attorney who not just any attorney, dude. You're well known. People like working with you, and not just because you make them laugh. You're good at what you do.
And that's a compliment coming from you, and hearing it here and there. It is a compliment hearing it when it comes from certain people. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, so I know there's people that don't like working with me. But it's nice to hear that there are so many people in the industry that do like working with me. I do like telling jokes. I like being funny. That's why I always. But when it's time to work, I work. I grind my ass off. I get the deals closed.
Right.
Listen, we come from a good neighborhood. Neighborhood it's tough, but it wasn't the toughest. But we grew up tough. We had street smarts. And everyone I've been around, my best friends, my friends that I've been with for 12 years, since we were 12 years old, they all became successful. We all just worked hard, How did I become an attorney? Well, I sucked at numbers. I know that's every attorney's first thing. But somehow I do real estate. So I do numbers every day. Okay? See you in tax season. You know what it was? Again, I have friends financing, real estate agents, mortgage, as I was in college, like, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life? I was like, oh, maybe I will try and put together headshots and go to LA. I had crazy dreams.
You actually wanted to be an actor.
I wanted to be an actor. Yes.
That's awesome.
Unfortunately, I have a face for radio, so the acting thing wasn't in the picture. But no, I did. I did high school plays. Yeah.
I'm picturing right now Joe Pesci and his stage name, Joey Callo, Callo.
Jerry Gallo's dead. Everyone knows that. So
Studying for the bar.
What? They didn't teach you that in law school? I had the dean of students at Seton Hall. He used to make me recite lines from My Cousin Vinny in the atrium of the school.
No shit.
I know that I do have a very out there personality, and I was going to Seton Hall, top 50 law school time. They still do great. Shout out Seton Hall. Send me a check for that. A little advertisement. But it was it's these kids were smart.
Yeah.
They are smart. They went to these top firms, and here I walk in, gray sweatpants, a Yankee hat backwards, and Timberlands on. Yeah, I'm here.
That's the Bronx uniform.
Guy goes,
I got that too.
Guy goes, oh, you're here for the maintenance interview? I said, no, I'm a law student. I said, I go here. And I don't care. I never took myself too seriously, and that's how I kind of take a life in general. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We have a case, and things pop up. You're going to see the real Joey the lawyer, because before I did real estate, I was a litigator. All I did was criminal defense and matrimonial work, which my firm still does. I just stepped away. I'm a litigator by nature. So if there's something to get serious, I'll get serious real quick. But if it doesn't need to be, I used to walk around the Seton Hall, the school, and be like, my biological clock is ticking. Like, randomly. I would just shout it out. In the cafeteria.
That's the best scene.
And people were like, what's wrong with you?
Who are you?
And I'd be like, I don't know, but can you give me your outlines? Because I'm going to fail this test.
Was the bar hard? Is it as big a deal as everybody makes it seem to be?
Well, if you don't pass it, you're fucked.
Because Reese Witherspoon passed it in that movie.
I know. I actually asked her for study tips.
See?
It helped me out a lot.
I knew there was a reason he passed.
The old bend and snap.
Yeah, the old bend and snap.
Is this what goes on here? Is This is what goes on daily.
This is it.
I want in. I
This
want
is
in.
it.
I want in.
We'll see you next
Give
week.
me a T-shirt. I want in.
We're a little underdressed. We apologize.
Nah, listen. That's it. You know what? For me, it is still a profession, and that's what I think people forget sometimes. And we do it to ourselves. Lawyers, real estate brokers, real estate agents, mortgage brokers. Anyone's a professional. I feel like recently though people don't take it as a profession anymore. Again, because we allow our clients too much into our lives sometimes. So at least in the mornings, I put on a suit, I put on a tie usually. It's my mentality. Otherwise, when I know there's days like if there's a Friday in the dead of winter where there's no closings, it's quiet. I'm not getting phone call. No one's coming in. I'm in there. I'm in there with the Bronx uniform, the gray sweatpants, the hat on backwards, and a T-shirt, and I'm rocking and rolling. I have the suit behind the door just in case, but
I never understood that.
Well,
What can happen? What's going to happen, honestly,
Mhm.
if an attorney walks into a courtroom
Mm-hmm.
in jeans and a T-shirt and argues the case and wins? What the fuck is going to go wrong with the world?
Not everyone can wear jorts, man. Come on.
Fuck you.
You wear jean shorts?
I love
Frayed
jorts.
ones. Frayed.
Frayed for special occasions.
Thank you. This one was great. It's not 1996, man.
It goes
Dude,
to, like,
listen,
It's
I
tw- it's
sweat a lot.
2023.
I sweat a lot, and I don't sweat through jorts. It's a,
Dude, they make those nice little material sweat shorts
dude,
now.
I sweat through everything. I've tried every material known to man.
Maybe we should go to a fucking doctor. Maybe we should do that.
Maybe. But right now I'm sitting here with a lawyer.
Okay, but you're what you're doing to your fashion senses, you're just killing yourself. Go to a doctor. Go get deodorant. You ever see Manscaped? They have that now for down there. Hashtag Manscaped. Hashtag advertising. Hashtag sponsored by. Can we say that? Sorry, not sponsored by. Sponsored by Manscaped.
I'm gonna come to our next closing with a pair of jorts.
I swear to God, I won't let you in. I don't give a fuck. You don't get in. I got your check, kid. You do whatever you want. You come in with a tutu.
Is that Roman? What's he wearing?
Yeah,
He's not in.
Don't let him in.
Don't let him in.
I look at the screen. Is that weird? He's wearing shorts? Oh, fuck that guy. Don't answer.
I got nothing to say. Ryan's taking over the interview now. I'm speechless.
Oh, man.
But seriously,
That was good.
what the fuck is the deal with the suits? Why?
Hey,
Even for us. Even for us.
It's a, listen, yeah, where suits come from? It's like anything else. Lawyers dressed up, they're barristers. In England, they were barristers, right? They wore the wigs and the gowns and this. And they were it's a profession. So people expect you to dress professionally. Now, there's people in our age group who don't care. As long as the job gets done.
Me.
I agree. Listen, as long as the job gets done, they don't care. They don't care if I come in a tracksuit, with Yeezys on or Adidas. They don't care. But then there's cases, and it's again. So my practice is to blow it up a little bit. So Kevin and I got together 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Last year he made me partner, and since then we've been growing our practice. Kevin does all of the criminal defense work. We have an attorney now who handles all of our divorce and family court stuff, an attorney who does our estate planning, an attorney for bankruptcy. We have become a life firm. We are the life attorneys. You don't have to leave our office. So while the real estate transaction I represent a lot of restaurants. I do a lot of restaurant work from New York City to Putnam County. My restaurant clientele don't care. I'm in the kitchen with them. I'm walking through their, you know what I'm saying? I'm hands-on with my restaurant clients, my small business clients. I'm in their business. I'm in the bodega. I'm at the contracting. I'm with them. So they don't care if I'm wearing a suit or not. But then, you know what? A guy's fighting for his life. He got charged with something crazy. He doesn't want to walk into Joey the lawyer with outside wear his hat on. He wants that prim and proper suit, tie. So it's a perception. Perception for everyone is their reality. They see a lawyer get out of a car. They see a lawyer get out of a nice exotic car, whether it be an exotic car or a luxury car, Mercedes, a Lexus, a Cadillac. They see him get out with a nice $1,000 suit, $100 tie. It's a perception. I want to hire him. I want to hire that guy. Look how well he must do for his clients because how he dresses and what he drives. Now it could be all bullshit.
That's the point.
It is. It's all bullshit. Just like Instagram. It's people living these lives on Instagram, and most of them are bullshit. But again, people see it, so they want it.
What about reputation? I think reputation should precede appearance.
It should. I wholeheartedly agree. It should. Doesn't. I think once you're in the place, though, I think once you're in your field and once you have made a name for yourself, reputation is everything then, because no one gives a fuck. You know how many attorneys I know that have been doing this forever? And again, they still dress well. I'm not, these old school guys, I mean, they dress sharp. But there's certain closings, though, where they got other stuff going on. They're going to their kids' play. They're taking their family away for the weekend. And you know what? Yeah, they show up with jeans and a t-shirt on. But their reputation, these guys are sharp guys.
And you, as a colleague, wouldn't think anything less of them
Not,
necessarily.
I don't even see it.
Okay.
I don't see it. I don't even see it. You know what I'm saying? But again, someone walking up to one of those guys, and I have no problem saying, you know, like a Phil Napolitano, an Anthony Payon, a Joe Carafano. These guys are just they're the guys. You know, Rich Golio.
Mm-hmm.
There's Frank Salvi. These are great attorneys. Hey guys, by the way, send me a check. You're gonna take my business now. It's okay, just 5% of every deal. But these were guys who helped me out when I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know, they made me look like a superstar closing tables. And these guys, they don't need to wear the suit because their reputations are so great, but they still do. So I don't know what it is.
It's old school. Everybody you mentioned is an old school mentality. It's the same reason why my grandma asked me every time why I wear a hat at the table. Because the world's not going to explode if I have my hat on.
You wear a hat to the table?
Yeah.
That's just rude.
Oh, it's rude.
Why?
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ.
my dad would not be happy.
I can't believe you said that. You wear a
Yes. What's going to happen? Tell me what's going to happen. What does that mean? How am I disrespecting somebody by wearing my hat on my head?
I think it's a whole nother, segment. We should do it another day.
No, we're here now.
Yeah, no, listen. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying.
I'm the guy that questions everything. Why are certain
You
rules
should
rules?
you should have been a lawyer. Okay, then you should have been a lawyer. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. And here's,
I hate studying.
And
That
here's
wouldn't work.
here's the answer I'm gonna give you that our parents used to give us. Because I said so. It's wrong because I fucking said so. Okay, that's why. That's
And I'm the guy that says that answer is bullshit.
it is bullshit.
I'm that son.
Do you tell your kids that because that's all?
No, they don't talk yet. I'm not there yet with them.
I tell my wife that all the time, but that doesn't work either.
Mine either.
Not at all.
Yeah.
She hits me.
Help! Send help!
Send help.
Blink twice.
I love you, babe. So
Yeah. No. So tell me this, and I'm gonna as honest answer as possible.
sorry, you guys mind if I smoke?
Please smoke.
This is not marijuana. It is tobacco. I haven't had a cigarette in a very long time.
Hashtag purple haze.
Hashtag sponsor. Hashtag Cali Burn. Hashtag pay me.
What is, and I mean this in the kindest way possible, I'm not directing it toward you personally because you don't do this. What the fuck did real estate agents ever do to attorneys that they give us such a hard time throughout a transaction?
So
Where did this start? And again, not toward you. You don't do that. You're great. I love you.
love you too, man.
Thanks, man.
For lunch later.
Oh, we're here now.
Okay. Turn the camera off, guys.
That's awkward.
So you're not leaving. You know what? I don't know. I think that mentality has shifted a little bit over time. That's how I've seen it. I know that it's out there. Listen, when I first started doing real estate, when I first started law 9 years ago, we were doing dribs and drabs
Of real estate?
of real estate.
deals?
Because again, we were doing. Kevin was a defense attorney.
Uh-huh.
I mean, my first time in the court was 2 days after I got barred. Kevin drew me into a courtroom, and I started litigating.
It's the best way to learn.
But here and there with clients, they would say, "Hey, can you do my mom's closing? You know, do my grandmother's closing?"
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we know what the fuck we're doing. And I think there was a dissociation from an older generation, right? Because back in the day, from my understanding at least, and I could be completely wrong, but what I was, it was lawyers would get 1% of the deal as well.
Okay.
To do a deal, they would get 1%. And then over time, that changed, that shifted. And then I think, lawyers started competing against each other, and we do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves, guys and girls. If we think we deserve $2,500 a closing, we should make that the market value.
100%
Don't undercut it and say I'll do it for 22. I'll do it for 1250. I'll do it for 50. No, set the market value, because we do have most of the liability. Something goes wrong during the deal, and forget just during the deal. After the deal, something was missed. It's my E&O policy on the line, my license on the line.
Right.
So I think lawyers then took that mentality, saying, the agents are getting 4, 5, 6%. We're getting 1,200. Again, the 1,200 is our own fault. And I think there was a push. too much pushing. Hey, we're reviewing a contract. Hey, we got to do this and slow down. So I think lawyers and agents came into this zone of just like, well, I need you and I need you, but we should go fuck each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the truth. Because I think there was two different mentalities going on. Now, at least the way I've always done it is, you're my source. No one comes to me first saying, Joe DeLoy, I want to buy a house. Rarely. Once a quarter, maybe. I want to work with my agents. I want to work with my mortgage brokers. That's why off the bat, I put everyone on one group email. Let's stay in contact with each other. Because you know what? You set your market value for your percent.
Right.
Good for you guys. Why should I be angry at you setting your own market value? Now, I'll have a beef if someone comes to me and says, Joe, maybe you should lower your price. Hey, maybe you should go fuck yourself.
No,
Because I'm answering
Yeah.
I'm answering my phone on Sundays when most attorneys won't. You know, so I think attorneys and agents our generation, I don't know if there's that much.
I still get it, so I don't know about you,
Really?
right? Like I still get it sometimes where I'll put a deal together,
Yeah.
and then the attorney will come in, not you. The attorney will come in and shift things around, not understanding that, hey, maybe this was a highest and best situation, and we had to waive inspection to get this particular house, or we had to put a $10,000 appraisal gap, or whatever it is, and then the guy just comes in and says, oh, your realtor is, just trying to make a buck. Fuck you, bro.
I hear
you
what you're
don't know
saying.
what went on behind the scenes. Why don't you call me and ask me?
And that should be the first phone call. After the memo comes out, when I see stuff like that, because I'll be honest, I see waiving appraisals, waiving mortgage contingencies, appraisal gaps, I get nervous right away because again, liability, and it falls on me. But I'll call. I will call the
Ask a
agent.
question.
Why are we doing this? What's going on in the deal? Is something up that I should know about? And then I'll sit down with the client. I gotta advise them. Hey, listen, I would advise not waiving because X, Y, and Z. This could happen, but this is the offer you made because of the situation you were in.
Right.
Do you have the funds to make up the appraisal gap? Do you have the funds to make up the mortgage gap? You do? Great. Sign a waiver with me. I'm gonna cover my ass, and I'm gonna close your fucking deal.
And I'll be the first person to say that not all real estate agents have that conversation with their clients. They can push in a particular direction. Because, look, barriers to entry to our industry are non-existent, right? Any fucking idiot off the street can come in, be a real estate agent, and start saying, oh, yeah, waive the inspection. You got to get this. You got to do this. It's fine. Not a problem. Did you see that house? The paint looks great. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But right, Ryan, like, I understand why you guys are so cautious. I get it. But pick up the phone and call us.
Correct. I agree. Have that conversation first.
I
Right?
think recently we had one where we wrote up a whole memo. We had a deal together.
Yeah.
We submitted to the attorney. The attorneys talked about it. They rearranged the whole deal. Never even told us about it. So come to the closing table, everything was completely different than what we agreed about. So there was complete miscommunication. And they just thought it was easier for them to just do it the way they want without even letting us. At least let us know so
and now
we're
the
not
sellers
in the
and buyers
blind.
and the sellers and buyers have no idea that the deal changed, basically.
Yeah, well, we were representing the buyer, and the buyer, it was her first time buying a home, so, she didn't really even know what was going on. So when we explained everything to her in the beginning, and then she got a call about this is changing, she called me, and then I didn't even know. I was like, "What are you talking about?" So I didn't even know how to talk to her about it because I didn't even know what was going on because the lawyer never told me what was going on.
And we got blamed because there was a $100 difference in commission in that instance, and they were saying, "Guys, it's just $100." That's not the fucking point.
It's not the point.
It's not the point.
I literally never mentioned commission once. I just
Nobody
said it's
talked
a matter of what's the point of us even writing up a memo if we should just
do what you want.
give you the
As long as
deal
it's
and then you deal with it.
Yeah.
What's the point? What's the point of us negotiating?
No, I hear you. Listen, I think it really comes down to having the proper professionals around you, building out your circles and building out your teams, right? Working with a consistent 2, 3, 4 attorneys that you trust and know that are going to pick up the phone and call you back.
Yeah.
And having those circles and spheres of influence, right? Because then you know who you're working with, we know how we work, we know there's a reason that something's happening. Hey, Roman usually wouldn't do this. Ryan normally wouldn't do this. So let me call them and find out why they did. And let's make the deal work, if we can, right? I think it's important to have those groups. I think where you see a big discrepancy too in real estate is first-time home buyer comes to you guys, right? Or even a seller. Right? And then you list the house, offers accepted, and then the buyer or seller go, you'll make your recommendations. Here's 3 attorneys that do real estate. You should choose one of these 3. They're good. They'll say, oh no, I have a family lawyer. Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's my reaction.
Okay,
It's the
what?
worst.
Okay. What do they do?
Yep.
Oh well, she's a corporate attorney, and but you know she reviews contracts all day. Yeah, she's a really smart attorney, probably far smarter than I am. But not for a real estate contract, not for a real estate deal. She's looking at things totally different. And that's not a bad thing, but the deal will never get done then. You'll never close that deal. And then trying to work with that attorney, if I'm the other attorney on the deal, trying to work with that one, who's not familiar with the time frames of a real estate contract compared to a corporate contract where there's time, and it could make a nightmare deal. So not using a real estate attorney who solely does real estate, or real estate is 80% of their practice, that deal is going to be a fucking nightmare. No matter what
Deal
you
killer,
do.
yeah.
It could be an all-cash deal. It's going to be a nightmare.
My worst experience was with my clients had a family lawyer who was a divorce attorney. So the real estate transaction is about bringing people together, working together, coming to a common goal, where a divorce attorney is at your throat, I'm going to fucking kill you mode all the time.
So like when I started breaking into real estate, I had that mentality because again I was a litigator.
Right.
It was me versus you, and I got to do whatever I got to do to win. And I quickly realized, and my personality suits better, I think, towards the working together, being we're all on the same football team. We're trying to get we're trying to get the ball across the goal line. That's how I look at a real estate transaction. Of course, there's pushback. Of course, we have to protect our clients. If then what? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But again, the if then what's, it's not like they haven't been seen before. It's real estate. Okay, mortgage, we lapse on a mortgage. A rate lock expires. God forbid there's a death. It's things that we know how to handle. We're not getting the curveball at the 11th hour in a courtroom that they just found the smoking gun in the basement, and now I'm looking at my client saying, "Fuck, they found it with your fingerprints." Like now, what do we do? You know, like that's not what's going on. So it's it doesn't need to be adversarial.
Yes.
But I feel like there are attorneys out there who real estate isn't. It's less than 50% of their work, and the majority of the work is litigation based. Those are the ones that are a little bit more aggressive. Those are the ones that have a little bit more push. But even then, it's if you have someone that can control the deal and get in there and diffuse the situation, what I try to do on all my deals, you'll get there. And the biggest complaint I've seen with everyone in the real estate profession is saying their lawyers don't get back to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I get that. And for the longest time, everyone would say, Joey, the lawyer's the best. He fucking gets back to me in 10 minutes. I wasn't fucking busy then. I'm being honest. Listen, I don't bullshit anyone. Now listen, this thing goes off 24/7. Also, I'm doing it disturbed, so I can't see anything except for my daughter. My daughter. There you go. I get texts. I give every client, every agent, every mortgage broker has my cell phone. I want you to reach out there. Again, I do it to myself. Right. I open Pandora's box myself, and I ask to get punched in the face. Because you know what? I'm always on the move. I'm not in the office all the time. So I'd rather get text here.
Sure.
And I can't guarantee that the phone's going to ring, and I'm going to say, oh, my God, hello. Hi, yes. Yes, you're my only client in the world. I can't do that.
But even at night and on the weekends, there's nothing that you can't do for that you can do for your client that night that you can't do the next morning.
But sometimes answering the phone for them gives them the peace of mind, and I don't mind doing that. But what I'm getting at is you know what? I'll try and text now. Hey, very busy. I'm sorry. I'm working on your matter. Give me 24 to 48 hours. You will hear back from me.
So you'll answer your phone at 11 o'clock at night.
I'll text back. Hey, I'll say something. I'll say putting my daughter down with my family, and I'll get back to you in 24 to 48 hours.
Very professional.
And sometimes it's good enough, sometimes it's not. Sometimes people, I have clients who call me, leave a message on Tuesday, and by Wednesday at 9 a.m., you didn't get back to me.
Bastard.
And, and I get it. Everyone's transaction, real estate, you're making the largest purchase of your lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, and I want to give my clients the best of me every time. It's just the reality of, and I think this is where the profession needs to work together, too, is good attorneys. You use good attorneys because they're good. So they have other agents they're working with, other mortgage brokers they're working with. So at any one time, like right now, thank God we're still very busy. Like right now, I probably have 43 active cases that I'm managing on a daily basis. 6 new ones came in the last 2 days, so I'm going to be at almost 50. At any one given time, some of these smaller agencies are dealing with 1 or 2 clients a month.
Yeah.
So I can't answer every phone call that comes in from you on the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
I want to. I've built the staff now to answer those phone calls too, but it's funny.
Right.
No one wants to talk to anyone but Joey the lawyer. Not because I'm the best. If they realize the people in my office are smarter than me. Because I know to hire people that are smarter than myself.
Yeah, but they're not named Joey the lawyer.
Exactly. And that's where the problem is. But it's funny. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They want Joey the lawyer because they think
It's the relationship you already built with them.
Right.
it's exactly.
The rapport.
But when I say, you know what, David in my office, great attorney, young attorney, hungry, knows his shit. If I can't get it to you, he's going to get back to you. Why? I hired you. Well, you hired my firm.
Right.
So it's hard. That's hard. That's the hard part. And I got to work on that. That's something I'm going to work on in 2023 is getting my team in my clients' faces as soon as I do. So they know who David is. They know who Alessandra is. They know who these people are. They know who Marie is. Marie in my office, I don't know how I operate without her. So I got to get them in. I got to get them in place in the client's face as soon as I get in the client's face.
I think that was actually a big thing for us in 2022. Roman and Karen bring on new clients, and then I'm showing them the properties or doing things. A lot of people were nervous in the beginning to do that, but I built a relationship with him, and now people love me, and they actually sometimes like me more than they like him.
I can see that.
All the
I could definitely see that.
all the time. All the time. And it's just about setting that expectation from the minute you meet them. I think that's the key. Just say, hey, it might not be me, it might be Dave from the firm. It might be Kevin, it might be somebody else. But as long as you set that from the first meeting,
Yeah.
then it's not a surprise for anybody. That's what I learned.
And that was my biggest mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Up until today.
Yeah.
Is again, yes, everyone's getting this and this is different because most attorneys aren't get, but then it's only my cell phone.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how I do the balance of getting the white glove service, having a cell phone, feeling like you have direct contact with me, which they do, but then also setting the barriers up for my associates
Yeah.
and my team, because the reality is some of them don't want to give out their cell phones, and that there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So, 50 cases, and you made the time to come on our little podcast.
This is gonna be huge. This is gonna blow the fuck up.
We appreciate it, man.
This is gonna be the next Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Hashtag Joey the lawyer. Hashtag Joe Rogan. Hashtag Rogan Hogan Life Lawyer.
Hashtag acquitted.
Hashtag Joe Rogan. I'm free. I'm available. Fly me out.
Dude, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you
we
guys.
love working
Thanks,
with
Joey.
you. You're awesome.
You guys are the best. You guys have a great fucking team. You're on point. You're on the ball. You make deals easy. You actually fill out memo sheets completely, so it makes it easy.
We try.
And you listen to them.
We try.
Yeah, I try. And I try. So I really do love working with your team, guys, and I appreciate the opportunity you've given so far. And this is going to be, I'm happy you guys, this is great.
Thanks, brother.
You guys are going to fucking kill it.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Joey.
Don't forget TVT News. Make sure you like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.